Hey, everybody. Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Right now, you're looking at this picture and you're thinking to yourself, I wish more than anything right now I was learning how to add and subtract numbers with decimals. And it's your lucky day. You're totally right. That's exactly what we're going to do. Who needs a beach and palm trees? We've got math. Okay, we're going to think about whole numbers first. I know a lot of you are really good at mentally adding numbers together. You're really good at finding compatible numbers, numbers that go together easily. Like these all equal 10. You can probably add those in your head really easy. Doubles are easy to add. Somehow we're getting always 10. Numbers like 25, 50, 75, those you can think of quarters, and that helps you add them. You might even be thinking, oh yeah, there's also another way to add is just add mentally, is to just know that it doesn't matter the grouping, the associative property. You can change the grouping around and you will still always have the same answer. Now, before we start thinking too much about mental math, which is what our topic 1-2 is in our workbook today, I'm just going to bring you back to adding. When you're adding, if you line up the place value, you will always be great. You line up, you're adding the ones, you're going to get the right answer. If you're adding up the tens together, you're going to get the right answer. If it wouldn't make any sense if you had this number and then I had 15 and I put it there. That wouldn't make any sense because this is a value of 10 and this is a value of 100. So you already know that. I just want you to think about that because the same is true with decimals. It's the same pattern. So if I'm adding a number with decimals, I want all my tenths to be in the same place. I want all my hundredths to be in the same lined up together. So if I had this number and I wanted to add it to 57 hundredths, I would just make sure that they were all lined up. Whoops, this is supposed to have a decimal. And even if this was 2 and 57 hundredths, and I can add a 0 just to make it easier to see. So I could have 2 and 69 hundredths would be that answer. Lining up the decimal is key. Hang on to that thought. Now we're going to start talking about adding and subtracting mentally. Now, when I first looked at this, I was thinking estimates, but this is not what they want you to do. They want you to be able to add and subtract accurately mentally. Give it a shot mentally first, but I always think it's smart to write it down also. So if I have on the reteaching, this is the second problem. Now mentally, they're saying that you could subtract these 5s and you would get 0. And then you could subtract 20 from 100 and you would get 80. And then you have your 1 left over, so you would get 79 if I take that 1 away. Okay, that would be mentally. If you want to, I am not opposed to you trying to figure it out mentally and then doing it written. I think that's very, very smart. So I want to make sure that I'm lining up my place value when I write this out. minus, and now there's 0 in the hundreds. You don't need to write that 0. And now I'm going to just do my subtraction, 0. I'm going to make sure I bring down that decimal. Ooh, now I'm subtracting over zeros. Mental math was probably easier. This is a 10, now that's a 9, and now this is my 10. And 9 minus 2 is 7. All right, I got the right answer. It's the same. This is the same as that. There we go. All right, let's try it again. All right, there's my problem that I need to, this is supposed to be addition, add. I'm looking right here and I've got a 9 and a 1. Ooh, easy peasy. That makes it a 10, which since these are both zeros, I know I'm gonna have 1/10. All right, and then I've got a 1 and an 8, so 9 and 1/10. Okay, I'm going to rewrite that, and I am going to do it, stack it, and try it out, not mentally, and see if I got it right or if I made a mistake. Okay, 1 plus 9 equals 10. Bring the 1 over, add my decimal, and yep, I got the same answer. Okay, I'm going to have you do practice 2-1. I'm going to give you a hint. Number 6 is kind of tricky, and you're probably going to look at it and go, wait, what? But if you flip the page over to 2-1 reteaching, and you look at the reteaching where they're actually, you have to read it and think about it, and they'll tell you about it. They tell you the answer right there. They practically give it to you. So make sure you use that when you're trying to figure that one out. All right, when you're done, you can snap a picture or you can leave it in. You can copy your answers into the answer column on the slide that is in Schoology right underneath this slide. Have fun doing math, everybody.